Hi, my name is Paul. I'm going to show you how I make crepes in high definition. But first, I'd like to thank my sponsors who made this video possible. Rob Fleck O'Hara, Ice Cream Johnson, Benjamin Pinback Parrish. Thank you. Now, let's get started. This is the grill I'm going to be cooking the crepes on. What are the ingredients I need? In no particular order, I need the following. Milk. Eggs. I had the choice of the regular eggs or the extra large, so I bought extra large since they were the same price. Why not? 1/2 cup of water. All-purpose flour. Cooking spray or oil to coat the grill. The only difference being is the cooking spray has no calories. Salt. No, I don't need a whole pound of salt. I need about 1/2 teaspoon. But this is the way it comes from the store. And for that particular size of salt, I'll probably have for several years at the rate I use it. Margarine or butter. Actually, the recipe I have says to use butter, but I don't have any around, so I'll just have to stick to margarine. Yeah, I know, that's a terrible pun. Once I'm ready to eat the crepes, I'll need something to put on them, like fruit, or in this case, syrup. And I think that's essentially everything I need to cook the crepes. Now, what do I need for utensils? I will need a bowl to mix the ingredients in. The recipe says I need 2 tablespoons of melted butter, or in this case margarine. So I want to pull out a pan just to melt 2 tablespoons of margarine. I'm going to need another bowl to stick in the microwave so that I can just melt the margarine. I need a spatula to be able to turn and to remove the crepes from the grill. I need measuring cups, both to measure the ingredients and to pour the batter on the grill. I need a fork to stir the ingredients. Now, some people would use a much larger bowl and a whisk, but since I don't have a larger bowl, I'm going to use a small bowl and a fork. Everything will fit in one of those 2 bowls. They're both the same size. I could use either one. Everything will fit in the small bowl. Once I'm ready to eat, I'll need another fork because the first one will be dirty from having made the batter I'm using. Anyway, let's get started. If I'm going to mix stuff that's going to be messy, I usually like to do it in the sink for the simple reason that I can just rinse any of the mess down the drain. It's a lot easier to clean up. Mixing bowl. One cup of flour, 1/2 cup of water, 1/2 cup of milk, 2 eggs, we need about 2 tablespoons of margarine. That's about this much. This margarine will go in the microwave for about 30 seconds to 1 minute, just long enough to melt it down. I'll correct my last statement. For melting butter or margarine in a microwave, try 10 to 20 seconds. This spit at me when I did. So anyway, I'll add the melted margarine to the mix. It says to use a ½ teaspoon. That's probably about that much of salt. So I'm just going to sprinkle that in. Doesn't have to be a whole lot. Take the fork and stir. Now, you want to make sure everything is mixed without spilling it like that just happened. So you're just going to stir it for, if you have whisk, you'd turn it around very vigorously. In this case, I'm just going to stir it until it's smooth. Okay, so anyway, now that it's been stirred, it's relatively smooth. I'm not going to get all of it out with a, with a regular fork. I'm going to get most of it to turn fairly smooth. I'm not going to get all of it because this isn't a whisk. I don't have all the tools I should have, but I have enough. As you can see, this is fairly smooth. It has a few lumps, but I'll manage. Before I turn the heat on, I'm going to apply cooking spray. Basically make sure it's completely coated. Have you ever noticed how cans of cooking spray are designed so that the lid is very hard to get on and very hard to get off? I have. See? Basically this has to be heated up to 350 degrees roughly. Now we're going to take our batter. Now that the grill is hot, it should be about 350 degrees according to the instructions. The manufacturer says 350 for pancakes. Since crepes are close to pancakes, I'll take it at that. You do about 1/4 cup of batter. What I just did there, I was trying to prevent from happening. I did not want 2 of them to merge. It's much harder to separate them that way. But sometimes it happens. I'll do one more over here. Now it says to Now the instructions say to cook them about 2 minutes. That's not an exact figure, that's an approximation. Meaning that if it cooks a little bit longer than 2 minutes, that's fine. It's been about 2 minutes, so I'm getting ready to turn these. They don't take long. I have in fact broken the edge on the side so that they wouldn't stick together. And of course, because I want it to flip, it won't. Now it just has to sit about 2 more minutes on this side. Okay, they've been on about 2 minutes. Normally you just flip them on the plate, but I want you to see what they look like. That just because they don't look completely brown doesn't mean they're not done. They are. If you want, cook them a little bit longer to make them get a little bit brown, but they don't get too brown when you have ordinary flour like this. Ordinary all-purpose flour. Anyway, there you have 4 crepes. Actually, I've got about enough batter for 4 more, which I will make after I finish these. Well, I may just make them anyway. But there you have, that's how you make crepes. Anyway, again, I'd like to thank my sponsors who made this video possible. Rob, Fleck, O'Hara, Ice Cream Johnson, Benjamin, Pinback, Parrish. And thank you for watching. Email Paul at paul-robinson.us.